Stranger Things Season 3. In my opinion, Season 3 is one of the best seasons since Season 1. Now, at the very end, as you probably know, there are two major death scenes. There's Billy, and then there's Jim Hopper. And, well, there's this theory going around now, for a while now, that Jim Hopper is actually alive. And you might be wondering, how? We saw him die. And, well, I'm here to tell you, no you didn't. Alright, well, you're probably very confused right now, so let's just jump into the theory. So, there are two major scenes. There are two scenes at the very end that lead us to believe that Jim Hopper is actually alive. The end credits scene and the scene where we see Jim Hopper die, or we presume he's dead because we don't actually see him die. The screen just turns to black. So it's all up to interpretation. So let's go with chronological order, shall we? So starting with Jim Hopper's death scene, after he throws Arnold Schwarzenegger into the machine, it becomes too unstable to where he can't get back to the observation room with Joyce to turn the key. And so he's basically trapped. But in this shot, as you see, there's a ladder, or there's a ladder, or a staircase or something. As you can see in the bottom left corner, there's a ladder. You may be wondering, what does that have to do with anything? Well, when Joyce flips the keys, it cuts to black. That means that any number of time could have passed after the screen cuts to black. We don't know how long it was. Which means that theoretically, Hopper could have run over, climbed down the ladder, and gotten or jumped basically into the gate and to get to the upside down, and basically saving himself. And now you're wondering, well, what does the post-credit scene have to do with that? We know he's in the upside down now, but how did he get to Russia in the end credit scene? Well, let's look at that.
Не американцы.
No, not the American. Now, the question is, why would they show us this? Why would, if it was just some random American that they captured, why would they show us this? It's obviously not some random American, because that wouldn't make any sense. It has to be someone that we know, or at least someone that's important to the story. Now, if it's someone we know, well, there's no one else that could have potentially been in Russia at this time other than Jim Hopper. If he did in fact escape to the upside down, he's the only one that could have been, in Russia. You may be wondering, well, how would he's in the upside down? How would he have been able to get how do you have been able to get out of the upside down and into Russia at the time of the post-credit scene? Well, during Alexei's interrogation, he said that there are multiple keys in Russia, meaning that there are different gates that that the Soviets have opened in Russia, meaning that Hopper must have gone through one of these gates to end up in Russia. And you're also probably wondering, how did he find one of these keys? Well, as you already know, he's already been to the upside down before, so it would make sense that he would know his way around and how to get to these keys. Of course, there might be some other evidence out there that I haven't noticed, but as far as I've seen, there isn't any more really out there. Alright, so that's basically it for this video. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Scream at people to subscribe to me, and I'll see you in the next video. So, yeah, peace. Bye, brothers.